And now all of a sudden you'll start to feel the real linkage that goes on between your left hand and your right shoulder. And now I start to feel that I can put some more loft in that golf club. I think it's been a long time now where we see a lot of tour players out there with a right arm that really sits across the body. And there has been some real instruction now that talks about how the handle wants to track more to the left. Today I want to talk about the implications of how the right shoulder and the left hand must talk to each other in this downswing and through swing phase. The ability to keep the right shoulder going is crucial. The right shoulder allows the right hand and the right arm to stay long for long enough. And if you don't allow the left hand and the right shoulder to feel like they are linked to each other, you're really going to battle with allowing the face angle to start to orientate super straight. So what I want to do is just to remind you that you need to check out this video to make that left hand grip in the right spot. And I really want to talk about the release of the golf club and how, again, it links with the right shoulder and the navigation of how this left hand moves through strike. As the left hand through contact is starting to arc back in, this right shoulder really wants to feel like it's moving at the same rate as the left hand. If you've been a golfer that's tried to track the club inside out and out to the right, you can see how this gap would start to increase as you drive the handle out to the right. And for even if you're someone that's really struck outside in, what you then end up happening is the body opens up, and in such an effort to get the club tracking to the left, you really see this chicken wing going on in the through strike, which I know a lot of golfers experience. This video is brought on by a couple of clients I've had on the lesson tee this week, and a few comments in my videos talking about how to stop the ball going left. The left shot is really an unloading of the golf club. If you've adopted my grip and the right shoulder and the right side slows down, what you'll end up happening is this club face really unloading and closing the face down. The body stays side on and the face will really rotate to the left. TrackMan didn't get that data there. Let me just do that again for you. So that all of a sudden, this body stays side on, the club face unloads. So with the aid of the left leg and with the aid of the left shoulder, which ultimately the left shoulder, the left leg need to work, of course, but what we need to feel is that this left hand can really start to track in. It keeps the length and the right shoulder really starts to move around. With the aid of my beautiful new GX golf glove bag towel, what you can do is just prop it, pinch it underneath your right elbow, get the bag towel and grip it on your golf club. And now all of a sudden you'll start to feel the real linkage that goes on between your left hand and your right shoulder. The minute your right shoulder stops, you won't be able to get the hand to keep moving. And so the right shoulder now all of a sudden facilitates the motion of the left hand. The left hand is really giving the golf club the stabilization that it needs to stop the track of the handle getting too much out to the right. So obviously the circular nature of your chest and your hip rotation really starts to pull the club to the left. Now, if you've got yourself a strong grip and that hand starts to track back in and you start to unload the golf club in an incorrect manner, you'll get that ball tracking too far to the left. So this left hand that's creating that force in it, that's allowing that club head to sit up, we can now start to get the right shoulder and the hand moving around. And now I want you to start to sense the golf club swinging. Look how the golf club is swinging. But look how you can still see this crease in this left hand. Can you see that the face is pointing to the left, but it's got loft on it? If I was to now bow my left wrist, can you see how it turns the club face down to the floor? Now that's if you've come from the weak side of life golf grip. It's more than likely that you'll want to bow the wrist, or you'll want to allow the toe to overtake the heel, which obviously now, if you're making swings where the handle feels like it's going to track to the left, because this right shoulder has all of a sudden started to get some mobility in it, you're not going to want to do it, because left all of a sudden starts to become a little bit of a problem child. Let's do that again. So we go around to the left and that golf ball starts to fire off left. TrackMan not liking that. Let's just try that one more time. Left hand and tracking around to the left. There's that golf ball going off to the left-hand side. So how that handle tracks to the left, and now I start to feel that I can put some more loft in that golf club, really starts to now pop the ball a little bit higher, allows my body to move around, and you can see the face to path value now starts to reduce itself, and it doesn't make it go too far to the left. I mean, this is quite a hard drill to do if you're not an advanced golfer, shall we say, but it's certainly something that you can do when you're just making some practice swings here. Let the right shoulder keep moving, add the loft in the left wrist. So now as we start to hit some shots, just those little swings where it feels like the right shoulder can come around, the arm track can start to move back inside, and there you have it. You've now got yourself in a situation where the path line, the face to path lines up, got some decent angle of attack in there as well, but it really mobilizes your trunk, really offers up the sensation that the shoulder and the hand are doing the same thing, which is working around and back inside. Now, if you're someone that's a little on the outside in, you might want to go and check out my club path video that will really help you line your path up a little bit better. But again, at the proviso that if you haven't got a good grip, you're really going to battle with that path all your golfing life. So get yourself your bag towel, pop it underneath the right shoulder, get it linked to your left hand, and really sense how that right shoulder and that left hand can track in and around the golf ball, and get yourself hitting some shots a little bit more down the ball line. The left hand is the top link between the club head and your hands, and it's the link between the shoulder and the club head. So it's a vital part of the chain to give that face the opportunity to look in the right direction when you're coming down through strike. Hopefully you found that useful. Do let me know how you get on with that little tip that I've given you. It will really start to change how the height of your left shoulder works. These shoulders and the handle really must talk to each other, and any conflicting motions will really start to feel like the middle of your spine, the base of your spine really gets jammed up and starts to hinder your leg action. If you're tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves, head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves trusted by tour players and elite amateurs alike. Use my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed. Give it a try. Thanks for watching. And that, my friends, is good coaching.